Hello Freya, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Let's start by talking about your most recent season on loan at Charlton. How was it for you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it was very valuable to get that senior experience at such a high level. The girls were amazing and yeah, I really enjoyed my time there.
What's it like then? So you go out on loan, obviously you're a young player at sort of start of your career, and obviously quite a lot of championship players are kind of the opposite end of their career. What's it like kind of going into a squad like that?
Yeah, I think it's very beneficial. There's experienced players as well, like the likes of Kate Longhurst. They really take you under their wing and like they look after you. Everyone knows what it's like. So it's good to be able to learn from those players and look up to them in a way.
How important is it for that sort of loan spell, obviously in your career sort of early on?
I think it's very important. I think getting those senior minutes at those kind of teams, especially in a league like the Championship, like it develops you a lot different than the academy does. It's a lot more physical, it's a lot more fast paced, so yeah, I think it's very beneficial.
Apart from those fast paced and physical, what is the sort of biggest difference do you find?
There's a lot more like ruthlessness involved, and if you're not up to that standard then you kind of like fall behind a bit. So I think yeah, like understanding how mentally strong you have to be and making that adaptation.
Yeah, it's competitive, you've got a league, but like Championship, you know, seniors team you're fighting for a league title or promotion, stuff like that. So that must be something you must be able to have to deal with and learn how to deal with now.
Yeah.
With Charlton, we're fighting for promotion. How was that?
Yeah, I think it was a very good experience. Obviously, if I get the chance to go back to Arsenal, it will replicate that kind of, which I think was very beneficial for me. It made it tense, but I feel like the group that we had allowed it to be relaxed as well. Like everyone knew what we were going for and everyone backed each other in that, which I think was very important.
What's the biggest thing you reckon you learned on loan?
I think, like I mentioned, like about the mental side of it, just learning that ruthlessness. Every single game matters. Even if you go into it thinking that it's going to be a walk in the park, like it never is. So I think turning up, knowing that like every single game matters and you have to go into it with that mindset.
Under 19 Euros are coming up. You and the team must be sort of heading into the tournament with a lot of confidence after the qualifying stage. Can you win it?
100%. 100%. I think we have to go into it with that mentality and, you know, we'll see how far it takes us.
Who do you think will be one of the toughest teams you'll face?
I think Spain are always hard. Like they're just another level technically. But I think we're getting there and we can match that. I think we are very confident in our abilities to do that, as well as the physical side of our game. Whatever challenge comes, we're going to be ready for it.
What's camp life like then? Can you talk us through like a day in the life on camp?
So yeah, we get up, we go to morning wellness, check how everyone's feeling in the morning. Obviously breakfast. Then depending on what day it is, we'll have a training session at some point, do some recovery like ice baths, get a massage. And then yeah, we have a lot of chill time. Obviously the ones that are still in school have to do some education, unfortunately. They always get a lot of stick for that, which is from me, obviously. But yeah, no, and then we get a lot of chill time, obviously eat dinner, have a lot of fueling. Sometimes we get like little stations, like smoothie stations to like snack up if you're not really enjoying the food. Because obviously like going to a different country, a big part of like adapting to the culture is the food. And some people don't always like that, so we always make sure to bring extras so that everyone can stay fueled the way they need to.
Does it feel really professional when you're there?
Yeah,
that kind of feels like that professional level that is kind of the end sort of goal.
Yeah, I think they try and replicate it as much as they can to the seniors so that if anyone ever makes the step up, like you're ready, but it's also very relaxed. Like they don't want to put pressure on us because like I feel like that would be the worst thing to do. But yeah, it's very good and it's like we get a lot of opportunities from it.
So you captained the squad during qualifying. That must have been special.
Very special. I think it's something that you'd always want to do. And for me, I never really felt like it could be a possibility. I think I struggled a lot when I was younger in terms of like attitude and stuff. So I was never really like seen as like a role model kind of within the group. But I feel like as I've got older, like obviously I mentioned like making that step up to first team, you have to kind of mature. And I think I've done that well and like obviously the coaches noticed it and rewarded me, which is very nice.
Lovely. And then so when you're sort of away, does your role sort of change then within the team as being captain? Like do you have other responsibilities off the pitch?
Yeah, I think we have a big responsibility in like making sure that the team is heard. So like if anyone has any concerns or anything, we can be like the medium point between the players and the coaches to like voice that. And especially like say after round 2, like we gathered feedback going into the finals that we might want to bring on camp that we don't really like about camp. So yeah, I think there's a big responsibility to try and bridge the gap between the players and the coaches.
You know, with the pressure of that, do you enjoy that sort of pressure, having that?
Yeah, I think I really enjoy it. I think it makes me step up a lot. But I mean, regardless of whether or not I'm captain, like I can still play that role, just won't have an armband, you know what I mean? So I still look after everyone, I think.
Great season out on loan, got an England tournament coming up. What does next season look like for you?
I think I just want to get regular game time, playing week in, week out. Where that is, I'm not sure yet. We're still talking about it. But yeah, I think discussions are being had, but that's a priority for me right now, just trying to kick on and get game time, senior football under my belt.